And that's it for this course section. We built this meals app where we can dive into meals, mark them as favorites, and then also see them here under this favorites tab. We can go to filters and there set different filters which actually won't affect our favorites, but which will affect what we see once we pick a category. And whilst building this app, you learned a lot about navigation in multi-screen Flutter apps. You learned that you can remove screens with pop, but even more importantly, you learned that you can add new screens and navigate to a new screen with the navigator object and then the push method, or also with the push replacement method, which could be used to replace the currently active screen with a new screen. Because you also learned that in the end, this whole navigation concept is all about having this stack of screens where you push new screens onto this stack or pop them off that screen, and it's the topmost screen that's visible to the user. That's how navigation works in Flutter apps. And in this course section here, you did not just learn how you can go forward and backwards and how you can dive deeper and deeper into screens, but you also learned how you can add tabs with the bottom navigation bar, how you can store which tab is currently selected to make sure that the correct tab is highlighted, and how you can move between different pages or screens based on which tab was selected. And you also learned how you can add a side drawer. So a drawer like this, which allows you to move to different app areas, so to different screens through that drawer-based navigation. You learned how that works, how you can build your own side drawer and configure it exactly as needed, and how you can also go back and even make sure that you got full control over this process of going back, not just when using a drawer, but anywhere in your app. Here we just used it in the context of a screen which we reached through a drawer, but this would work anywhere. So you learned how you can control this and how you can also return data when popping a screen. Data that can then be used in the place where the screen was pushed. Like we're doing it here, where we are using the result to update our locally stored selected filters. So we learned a lot of navigation related things in this course section, but you of course also saw that passing all this data and all these functions that then can be called from some nested widgets to update some data, that passing all these things around can be rather complex and annoying. And that's the kind of problem we're going to tackle in the next course section.